Before I start this video, I want to thank everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you and your situations. Just in case you don't make it to the end of the video, I wanted to thank you now. Thank you. And I mean that.
New footage emerges from the Minneapolis ice incident. And did anyone take a closer look at it but me? Like, why is there a dinosaur in the background? And why does this dog over here look like it could be AI generated? It's just like a black, shadowy figure. And if you know anything about the Masons' love of the number 33 and the black and white checkered pattern, you should stick around. Oh, and if you don't, you should really stick around. Why don't we continue to take a closer look at the footage? Like, why does her hand all of a sudden congeal? Look, you can see gaps, and then all of a sudden, they're just gone. It's like she doesn't have any finger gaps anymore. It's kind of strange, right? Well, you know what's common in AI errors? AI hand glitches are common, especially finger merging. You're telling me they don't make a cop's camera good enough to not allow fingers to literally congeal together? Okay, but if this isn't any evidence for you, because it could just be bad camera quality, why don't we look at their 33s? And well, if you haven't seen any of my videos and you don't know about the number 33, they put it in everything that they're lying about. The Freemasons do. They put it in everything.
Everything.
It's to put their stamp on it. And they always tell us when they're deceiving us. And well, guess what? She was a mother of 3 who had children of ages 15, 12, and 6. 1 plus 5 is 6, which is 3, 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 6 is 3, 3. But if you think I'm reaching here, just keep watching. Why don't we see what good old JD Vance has to say? Oh, and that's a...
Now, what Vice President JD Vance is about to say, I heard this yesterday. I was going to make a video about it, but this guy beat me to the punch. Look, I'm glad we're all waking up. We can all hear it. I told you, our spiritual eyes are back online. Our spiritual nose. We're going to be smelling spirits. And now we're going to be hearing things. People on TV, presidents, politicians, people on the news, they be saying these little code words. We didn't used to hear them, but now we're about to hear them. This guy right here is the truth. Tyler Hansen.
Funny hand symbol. It kind of looks like a 3.
Hey, what that headline leaves out is the fact that very ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming?
6 months ago, 3 plus 3, 33 stitches. Is it starting to click? Is it starting to make sense? Oh, remember I also pointed out the black and white checkered pattern. You know, the one that the Freemasons love, representing duality, and they put it on all their flooring. You see, I did a video earlier this week talking about how there's a war going on information and on the spirit. And the war on the information is in direct attack on the spirit because they want us all divided. And they use stuff like this nonsense to pin us against each other. And you're letting it. And I'm here to say, stop listening to the lie vision. It's lying to you. It's all scripted AI bullcrap. Look, I put her name in gematria and it comes out as 373. She's 37 years old with 3 kids. It's scripted. They're lying to you and you're allowing them to divide us when we should be turning our attention to them. And who are they? Well, go watch my videos from the past month and you'll know. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I don't at all think they're mocking us with a dinosaur standing on a broken car with the checkered pattern and a shadow dog and her hands blurring and 33 stitches and 3 kids and all the kids numerically work out perfectly to 3. No, it's all coincidence, people. I don't really care about exposing all the lies and taking our power back. entertain.
Listen, 6 blocks from George Floyd. If this was 15 years ago, we wouldn't even know what was going on. We would be so emotional, just like the George Floyd. Now you starting to see Black Lives Matter come. You see, they do the same thing. They can't do anything different. And this is what's going against them, because we could see them now. We could hear them now. We can hear the codes. I told you, Trayvon Martin, it broke my heart. Now, I was woke when the Trayvon Martin happened, but they put it in our face so much that I wanted to look for Zimmerman. I tell you the truth, I wanted to donate money to Trayvon Martin's family. But then it was all fake. No, the blood that drips is real, but it's all staged. I realized that his father is a part of it. I stopped participating. I stopped giving these incidents my energy, because that's what they want from us. They're creating a civil war. No matter if I give my energy or not, they got the minds of the low vibers and the NPCs. They got them. So you're going to see more blood drip. And instead of one woman in the car getting unalived, it's going to be 5 people in the car getting unalived. Knock, knock. Open up the door. Are we unaliving everybody? I heard the stories from soldiers, from real soldiers out their mouth, of what happened in Iraq. And I can't even repeat those stories. You hear what I'm saying? I can't even repeat those stories. And it was totally unfair. When they kicked down them doors in Iraq, they wasn't kicking down the doors of soldiers. You hear what I'm saying? These was regular people in Iraq and Vietnam. Everywhere around the world. Now it's time for America to witness this. And we see them setting it up. And the NPCs, they falling for it. I told you, this is where the majority of the gang stalkers are. They getting ready. Everybody loading up. This is why you need the Most High. This is why you need the spiritual eyes, the spiritual ears, the spiritual nose, because you're going to have to know where the food is. And every time I get on here and upload a video, some weird person unsubscribed 2 times like it's some type of funny ritual. You still on that bullshit when we're about to go into the biggest war this planet have ever seen since Atlantis. But okay, let's go.
Alright, I'm at this store in the middle of nowhere, and this is a human leg, bro. I'm almost positive. And to be honest, when it's prepared like this, it doesn't look bad, honestly. Can I get that? Yeah. You're the whole thing. Yep. Bag me up. Probably never get the chance again. Alright, I'm at the...
You know, I went to a friend's house tonight, and these guys weren't there. I'm starting to think that they just chill at my house. In fact, there's one over there that's normally not there. That's my front door over there. But these guys? They weren't at my friend's house. They weren't chilling over there. Why am I only picking them up at my house? And why are there so many more tonight than normal?
It's a whole world around you right now. All types of different entities. Right now, I told you that there's a gym. It's an entity that stays in the corner. It lives in the mirrors. And if you work out on this machine, and nobody works out on a machine, it's a good machine. I work out on it because I rebuke the spirit that's around there. It's places I used to run. I used to run down this one street in Phoenix, and right when I get to this one spot, I hear footsteps like somebody running behind me real fast and about to try to get me. And it startled me every time. It never fails. Even though I know that it's going to happen, it always happens. I could just feel it. There's sometimes I'll be running and it'll be like 4:30 in the morning, and I get under a street light and see two shadows, my shadow and a big shadow behind me. Hey, we're about to start seeing all types of things. This is why they have to end it right here. We see too much. We hear too much. And everybody is witnessing this. It's over. It's over for them. You hear what I'm saying? So what they want us to do is start this civil war so that they can roll out their AIs. And their AI is going to be our competition. Because the Nephilim was always the chosen one's competition. Yes. The Nephilim is the ones that's going to be inside of the artificial intelligence and inside of the robots and operating it and giving instructions. It's AI already running this before we even knew what AI was about. AI was writing songs and writing movie scripts before we even knew what AI was. They just bringing it out now. It's being revealed. And now all of these bodies of these old dinosaurs that held the spirits of the Nephilim, they can't live on New Earth. The Queen, the popes, the billionaires, all of them, the ones who run the world, the physical ones, they can't live on this planet no more. So they need to put they spirit inside of something else that can move and talk. And it can't be regular. It have to be fast. It have to be strong. It have to be able to fly and run real fast, because that's how we're going to become. That's how we're becoming. Shit, man. I have to remind myself to eat. I'm not getting hungry. I'm not feeling famished. I gotta remind myself to sleep. I sleep 2-3 hours and get up and run 4 miles and do exercise and go out and handle business. I wake up in the morning. It looks like it's 5:30 in the morning and it's 7:10. You hear what I'm saying? It's all different, man. And now, what is this video even about? Oh, the dude by the garage looking at the spirits. Man, this is real, man. My mother's neighbor, her grandson, we used to hang out. We used to smoke. He got a studio in the garage, weights in the backyard. We used to kick it. It's like every 6 months, a car would crash right in front of his house. It happened at least 5 times. It even happened to his father's car, parked right there. Come to find out, they got an entity walking around there. An entity walking around their driveway right there, right by the street. Right by the street in a driveway, a little bit going into my mother yard. It just circles around there and make cars crash. So yeah, this video is real. I'm gonna skip it.
This researcher disappeared 12 hours after making this discovery. I was going to make this video to debunk it, but after fact checking it thoroughly, This is a shocking scenario. His name was Jacobo Grinberg. He was a Mexican researcher, revolutionary, psychiatrist, psychologist, telepathic guy. Listen to this. He conducted telepathy experiments, proving that two meditating brains can synchronize across distances. He called this phenomenon transferred potential, and he suggested that it was evidence that our minds are a lot more connected than we may think. His theories claimed that we don't just exist in this world, but that with our minds, we are creating it, like the double slit experiment. And he suggests that by tapping into a universal lattice, which is a fabric of reality, you can manipulate and alter the existence that we live in ways that we can hardly imagine. But one day, he disappeared. His house emptied, his laboratory gone, his equipment, his work, his books, everything disappeared, gone. As he was at the peak of his thing, talking about reality, consciousness, the fabric, what we can do. There's videos of him you can watch of him discussing this interesting experiment he was doing. This researcher...
If you're a bright light in a place that's so dark, you are a target. They're like moths to a flame. In fact, they'll pick you up out of a lineup. He cleared a school, and this school was riddled with beasties everywhere. It was like a boarding school kind of situation, right? We go in there and check, and there's this young man who was really badly targeted. And so we asked why. I said, why him? They said, he's the brightest light in the bunch. He stands out more than everybody else. And I was like, really? And the guide said, yeah, think of it like when you're walking into a really fancy buffet, right? And you walk into the buffet, and then you see the giant pile of snow crab legs. And you think, oh yeah, I'm going straight for that. That's my favorite. I'm going to get me a big pile of crab legs, right? Out of the whole buffet, you zero in and you're like, yeah, I'm going to see you in a minute, you know? That's exactly how the beasties look at us. We're just a big bucket crab legs, and they're going... So yeah, that's what they do, and that's how they pick us out. Some people are just, like I said, they're lined up at a buffet, and they think, oh, that's tasty, I want that one. So that's what happens. If you're...
Why bright souls get targeted? Well, wicked people target us for our light and to suppress our energy. But let me talk about the people who we consider weird or schizophrenic, people with problems, people that's traumatized and abused. These people that come into our life, that they're not trying to be wicked to us. They're just crazy as hell. I mean, I'm going to just put it like that. I attract a lot of broken people. And sometimes these people don't even know why they're attracted to me. I feel that some people come into our life, these people that's hurt and broken, because they know where to get healed. And they probably don't even understand why they're in our life. This is probably why they get frustrated.
You remember the sound, don't you? That satisfying mechanical snap that echoed in every classroom in 1998. But ask yourself a question. Why did a 7-year-old need a pen that was 2 inches thick? Why was it impossible to hold like a normal writing instrument? And the weirdest part, why did every single one of us, from New York to London, try to do the exact same thing? We all tried to jam every color down at once. You thought you were bored. You weren't. You were trying to override the system. The agency called it Project Prism. They weren't teaching you how to color code your notes. They were building muscle memory for a device you hadn't seen yet. Think about the design. It wasn't ergonomic for writing. It was ergonomic for switching. They called it a tactile interface trainer. The goal was to create a generation of soldiers who could switch firing modes on a weapon system without looking down. The colors weren't for art. They were for target selection. Red for hostile, blue for friendly, black for terminate. That distinct click, that wasn't a spring. That was trigger discipline. They needed your fingers to know the distance between safe and kill by feel alone. And it worked. Look at your hand right now. Do you tap your fingers when you're anxious? Do you click your pen when you're stressed? That's not anxiety. That is your programming. Searching for the switch. You remember the...
Alright, this is the best demonstration I've seen. The fourth dimension, so just peek into it. Whoa! It's pretty sick, actually.
Oh, that's hard.
Oh, dude. Pretty crazy, eh? Your brain can't comprehend the the dimensions. So that's the best fourth dimension demonstration I've seen before.
Pretty wild.
All right, this is the best.
Woman claims the rich are doing something much worse than what Epstein was doing.
The reason that they don't care that you know that they're PDFs is because they're doing things that are much, 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 much worse than that. They're eating people.
Woman claims.
Now check this out. The ultra rich really eating, are the ultra rich really eating poor people? Let me see something real quick. I want to show you something. I made a video about this before, but I'm gonna break it down a little bit right now. Check this out.
I'm Highlands County Sheriff Paul Blackman. On Thursday, May 16th at approximately 8:30 p.m., deputies with the Highlands County Sheriff's Office responded to Joe Hilton Street in Avon Park regarding a suspicious incident. Upon arrival, deputies found two possible victims, a female and male, both 69 years of age. Both victims had what could be described as serious injuries. The male victim advised, and evidence on the scene confirmed, that another subject, who was identified as Lindsay Glenn, date of birth June 23, 1961, was deceased inside the victim's home on Joe Hilton Street. It was discovered that Lindsay Glenn used a ruse to gain entry into the victim's residence. Once inside the residence, he produced a firearm and shot the female victim in the face. The male victim, seeing his wife shot, armed himself with what is described as a 7-inch garden knife. Once armed with the knife, he went to work on Mr. Lindsay Glenn. Ultimately, the suspect, Lindsay Glenn, was cut to pieces and was very much deceased by the time the deputies could get to him.
Hold on. Let me stop it right there. Because remember, the female in the other video said that the rich people are eating people, right? I said that it could be your next door neighbor. It could be the principal at your school. It doesn't have to be the elite. They're everywhere. You will be surprised how many people you talk to every day that's cannibals. I'm talking about doctors and attorneys. I'm telling you, man, this is what we're talking about, right? So this guy right here, he's a career criminal. He breaks into these people's house and he shoots the wife in the face. I guess he only carried one bullet. He's a career criminal. He been doing this probably for over 40 years, but he only had one bullet this time, right? The husband, who's an elderly, he's 69. You might as well say he's 70 years old, but they have to say 69 because you know these code words. These code words and numbers and stuff like that. So this guy breaks in there, then all of a sudden, the old timer, he get a 7-inch little garden knife and cut this dude to pieces, cutting to shreds. Let me hear that one more time.
The male victim, seeing his wife shot, armed himself with what is described as a 7-inch garden knife. Once armed with the knife, he went to work on Mr. Lindsay Glenn. Ultimately, the suspect, Lindsay Glenn, was cut to pieces and was...
Lindsay Glenn was cut to pieces. I'm going to finish it up and I'm going to finish this video and I'm going to tell you what I feel about it.
Very much deceased by the time the deputies could get to him. Lindsay Glenn has been convicted of at least 12 different felonies, which include robbery and burglary, and has done at least 6 stints in state prison. In closing, I would like to commend the male victim for his bravery and quick action in defending his wife and their home. We will pray for his wife that she has a fast and full recovery. I should say this investigation is still very active and ongoing. This preliminary information could change.
What did he say? Lindsay Glenn was convicted of at least
12 different felonies.
12, that's 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, that's 3. We need a 6. We need a 6.
which include robbery and burglary, and has done at least 6 stints in state prison.
That's that 3-6. He said that he was going to pray. All code words. The old timer, he went to work, cutting this man to pieces. Now, let me tell you what I feel that happens, because this happens all the time, and you best believe it. These people go to the homeless community, these innocent looking people. Let me show you some. Let me show you how these people be looking. These innocent looking people, right? They go to the homeless community and they look for homeless people. And they ask the homeless people if they want to do a job inside their house and make a little money, painting or doing something like that.
You hear what I'm saying?
Hold on real quick. Doing something like that. They even give them lunch. Real nice people, elderly people. You hear what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at this right here. These are the type of people. See, it's moving, but look at her teeth. For some reason, it won't stop moving with their ass. Now it did. Look at this woman's teeth. Can you see them? Can you see the fangs? You see this couple right here? This is Russell and Shirley Dermond. And somebody broke into their house. Listen to this. Somebody broke into their house, chopped his head off, and they found her 10 days later in the lake with some bricks tied to her feet. You hear what I'm saying? Let me see real quick. And then I get back to the other stuff, because I'm telling you, these people be eating us. Look, check this out. The volume is down.
By a brutal double homicide. 88 in May 2014, the peaceful town of Eatonton, Georgia, was shaken by a brutal double homicide. 88-year-old Russell Dermond was found decapitated in his garage, while his wife, 87-year-old Shirley Dermond, was missing. 10 days later, her body was discovered in Lake Oconee, weighted down with concrete blocks. Despite extensive investigations, the case remains unsolved, with authorities offering a $25,000 reward for information. In 2024, new DNA evidence was discovered on Russell Dermond's clothing, not belonging to him or Shirley.
Look, to take his head off and to put bricks around her feet and throw her in the lake, that's a ritual. This is how they kill demons. You hear what I'm saying? I'm not saying that these people are demons. I'm going back to this case right here. The Florida man that was cut to pieces. They get people, they be these old people, they'll go to Skid Row. They'll ask a guy like this if he want to do some construction. They probably let him do it 2 times. And then they'll put something in his drink. And then they'll eat his ass. And it's just as simple as that. They might not even eat him. They probably put him up in the cage in the basement and do certain types of demonic things and then eat him. In this case, I feel that he woke up in the middle of the chopping. I do not believe that the elderly guy that's 69 years old got a 7-inch garden knife and chopped this man to pieces. And why the hell do they say chop to pieces? Why the chop to pieces part? It's like he's some damn meat or something, because he was the meat, man. He was the meat. I feel that he didn't even break up into these people's house. Yeah, he was a career criminal. And no, I wouldn't hire him. He looked like he janky. He looked like he'll steal everything. And he looked like he smelled like cigarettes and alcohol. But I don't think that he went in them people's house and shot her in the face. I think that he woke up out of that stuff that put people to sleep. That's what they be putting people drink. I'm telling you, they're getting some food. They already had the money, like the $300. He'll be like, cool. And then they'll put it up in a sandwich and that nigga wake up, man, on the dinner table. I feel that he woke up and tried to escape and they said, no, you're not going to escape. We're going to continue to eat your ass. And guess what? They still alive. And guess what? This police look like a reptilian. And guess what? The police know what's going on. And guess what? Everybody know what's going on. You hear what I'm saying?
Watch this carefully, because this is the ICE agent's own phone video, filmed seconds before he pulls the trigger. No body cam, no edited clip. His phone, his perspective. The camera points at an SUV in Minneapolis. Inside is Renee Nicole Good.
I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. It's okay, we don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking country. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead. Get out of the car.
You said big boy.
Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car. Whoa!
The camera shakes as he fires. Federal authorities say it was self-defense. They say the agent feared for his life. But Renee's family and protesters across the country say this was an execution. That a calm situation turned deadly in seconds. That the video doesn't match the official story. So here's the real question. When you watch this, raw and unfiltered, do you see a justified use of force or a killing that never had to happen? Watch this.
Believe that this world is run by demons, and when you pray, you become prey. I personally believe that if you pray to Jesus, Allah, Muhammad, Buddha, whatever, Yahweh, I believe you're praying to a demon. And the real God, the real prime creator, will never demand worship. Respects of sand to him. He doesn't need our worship. Only thing he needs are us to comply with his laws.
You know, my relationship with the Most High is not even about praying. It's just meditating. Having a friend, an invisible friend right there. I'm always talking to the Most High. I'm always praising the Most High too, without any name. I don't even know the name. I just praise. You hear what I'm saying? I'm always with the Most High. I'm always talking. I'm always saying all praises to the Most High in my head, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. I'm always saying that. You hear what I'm saying? The Most High is funny. The Most High is a comedian. I'm always laughing. I'm always getting jokes. It's cool. I got a good relationship with the Most High, and I don't feel like I'm on my knees like a servant begging. I feel like a son and a father, a son walking with his father, a very wise father that's very rich with a lot of respect. And that's my relationship with the Most High.
You guys, when you are walking with Christ, you're never going to know enough. You're learning every single day. I might change what I said tomorrow because that's what God taught me tomorrow. I don't know why people expect me to just know everything in life. I don't. I'm a poor sinner just like you is, trying to do better and trying to go to God. So please stop expecting me to know everything about God. Like, I don't. And stop expecting me. I'm not perfect. Like, I don't get it. Like, I am perfect at the same time. Everybody's perfect because God don't make no mistakes. That's what I mean. Like, it's a balance between everything. It's a very... You gotta have patience along the journey, y'all. You can't expect yourself to be perfect.
A lot of my autistic experience has been that I'm looking at people as friends and they're looking at me as competition or like a status marker. And I'm not even aware of that type of thinking. So I'm always like, it takes me like 2 years later to figure out that that's what was going on.
Yeah, that was my problem too. My whole life, I expected people to be just as cool as I was. I expected people to support me because that's the type of person I am. And I couldn't even see that people didn't like me at first. At first, I tell you the truth, I think I was in my 20s before I really could spot a person that really didn't like me. I did feel autistic. I bet the people that didn't like me thought I was slow because they was like, this dude don't even know that I'm insulting him and stuff. That's how I was. Dang, that's crazy. I'm not like that no more though. You best to believe that.
Couple things about this video that made me think this video was real.
Nah, that's fake.
I gotta show y'all something because the world is changing. Ready for this? Hold on. Okay. You see all the black hair care, natural hair out, right? Right? Hold on. Y'all, they locked up the white people shit. I ain't never seen this before. All the white people shit locked up. Look at it. All the way down to head and shoulders. That's how you know it's for the white guy. That is crazy. Bad head. Oh my God. I ain't never seen nothing like it. The world is changing.
Hey, I thought that they lock up the black people products because we steal it so much, and they leave the white people product out because, you know, white people don't steal, they buy it all. I made a video a couple of months ago and I said that on New Earth, the new ninja, I'm gonna just put it like that, the new ninja is the white person. The new face of poverty and drug use is the white person. I'm not being racist. Look around you. Look, is Renee Nicole Good melanated or is she white? Okay? Who do you see out in the street protesting? This is what I'm talking about. I also made a video and I said that I feel that every race is the chosen race and every race is the cursed race, because in every different simulation, every race had a chance to run that simulation, whether it was the Africans with the Egyptians, whether it was the Mongols, whether it was the Incans and the Aztecs, whether it was the white man now, and so on. And everybody got a chance to be a slave. White people were slaves. My people were slaves in this simulation. There is a simulation where the Chinese were slaves. There's a simulation where the Chinese was the kings. So who is the chosen race? Is no complete chosen race. The chosen is a race within all of the races, a small percentage. Just like within every race, it's a small percentage of little people, or a small percentage of people with Down syndrome. And like I said, Down syndrome, no, I don't know anybody with Down syndrome. None of my children or none of my family has Down syndrome. None of my siblings, none of their children, none of my nieces or nephews or anything like that. So I'm not just sticking up for a certain type of people because I have something in common. I'm just telling you the truth that Down syndrome people is a race of a race of their own. Just like little people, just like chosen ones. I don't know why I even got into all of that. All I'm trying to say is now on New Earth, the white people are the ones it's looking like the white ones are at the bottom. And this is what this sister is saying. You know, I didn't make the rules, man. I just live in this damn simulation.
All right, is it me or is time moving faster right now? I know it sounds crazy, and hopefully I don't disappear after I post this video, but if they shave just 5 seconds off of every minute that we have, which really wouldn't be a crazy thing to do, think about it like this, okay? All of us get our current time usually from our phones. I have a watch, a $15 watch. Not many people wear a watch nowadays, and if you do, it's a smartwatch. And people have posted videos where their watch they had in their dresser or their alarm clock that still had batteries is at a way different time and date after they've left it somewhere, right? It's almost like when you're at a red light and you see somebody's blinker going in front of you, okay? And then you put your blinker on and they sync up for a moment, but not for long, right? Because they're not on a perfect timer. They're not in sync. They can't be in sync. At one point, they won't be in sync, right? But all of our phones show a time that's perfectly in sync. The same time that like the New York Stock Exchange uses, or all of this media that they push down our throats. If they took 5 seconds off of every minute, we would lose 2 hours a day, guys, 2 hours a day, 14 hours a week, 60 hours a month, and we'd lose a full month every year, 730 hours. So maybe time is really actually going much faster because they've literally shaved off 5 seconds of our time. Now, there's really no way to really dive down this rabbit hole unless one of you guys has something I don't know, but it seems to me nobody has time for anything anymore, and time is simply moving faster. And I haven't seen anyone post about this, so I dubbed this as a new conspiracy theory or whatever you guys want to call it. New merch is out, it's live, nomadsoldierarmy.com. I'm Sammy the Kid.
Yeah. Can't move. What you did? Yeah. I like to hear it.
Well, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Just two brothers having a good time. All praises to the Most High. Thank you for my hands, my feet, my legs. Thank you for my lungs. I'm not in a hospital right now. I don't have the most money in the world, but I'm not poor. I have a roof over my head. My children, they all have their own bed. The refrigerator is full. I could walk, I could run fast. My dog is a good dog. My woman, I love my woman. The subscribers, all of y'all that like, comment, share, and subscribe, even the people that don't, I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all of this. Look around you and appreciate this right now because it just might not be here, man. It's about to go away. I'm telling you, look at the news. Thank you for my eyes and my ears. Thank you for my tongue so I could speak the truth and wake people up. All praises to the Most High. Thank you to everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you and your situations. Peace.